Yo, 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 Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to Rooted in Music TV, where everything that we talk about, everything that we discuss is rooted in music. I got another bomb episode for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button, pass me around, Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. And y'all know how I feel about my chizzing. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App, $Michael US. Also, check out my website, www.250gemstones.com.co. Also, check out my Spotify podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. There's a rapper or ex-rapper by the name of Smart. Pretty intelligent dude. He's not arrogant like these other black niggas that think they smarter than God. That think they know it all. That think the universe revolves around their black ass skin. He's not one of them. He's like musically sound like the brother's like very aware of what's going on in these damn streets. The nigga sound like he know what's going on. He knows. He's a rapper and he got a taste. He got just a little bit of taste of that music industry and he got his ass up out of there. The smart guy, Smarts. This man saw what an artist have to do to get a record deal, and he ran up out there. Said dudes were getting drugged, dudes were getting bent over. Stuff was being slipped into their blunts, stuff was being sipped into their drinks. So they are some wicked people up in there. He's trying to express to these people that he's on the Matt Hoffa podcast, and he's trying to express to Matt Hoffa's fans and everybody that's curious about the industry, what you're getting yourself into. Matt Hoffa and the guys around, they're pretty much saying these type of sharks are in all industries, but we ain't talking about industry. We talking about this industry because I've never gone to a job physically. Now, overall, yeah, all corporations are, most of them are evil. How they handle American people. They work together with the politicians to work the people for nothing. And we'll get into that in a little bit, but I just want to say that to me it sounds like they're trying to rebuttal. It sounds like Matt Hoffa was being the mediator, which he's supposed to be. And the other guy is sounding like he was pushing for the guy who like haven't cut his hair in a while. Looked like he was trying to push this narrative that people can go independent. Now, I'm independent. But at the end of the day, you're going to need those connections. You're going to need those. So the industry is set, meaning that they have the connections to the radios. They have the connections to YouTube people. I'm talking about the big YouTube people that say, hey, we got this single coming out. I need you to push this. And they pay so much money for YouTube to push your single. That's how you're getting a billion views. That's how you, just think about that. How are you getting a billion views? Well, it's on the radio. Like I said, radio is still powerful in my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all still think radio is very popular. I think radio is very, very powerful because that's how most of the people hear your damn music. You got to get on that radio. Radio is everything because we all know once you hit the radio and the song is boom, it's going to be played everywhere. And if the song is really good, it's going to be in rotation for years to come. Do y'all still know they're still playing... I hear this song every day. I forgot what station. They still playing Backstreet Boys. Everybody, yeah. They still playing this song. This song been out, what, 20-something years now? 20-something years, and they still playing on the radio. Now, are the artists getting paid? Probably not. And if they are, it's probably pennies. What I'm saying is if your song... has been put through the industry, meaning that this song has gone through a major label. The major labels have a lot of smart people to push your song and keep your song a rotation on the radio, to push your song on YouTube, get them high numbers. They have the power to get you on tour. You cannot go on tour. Not gonna say you can't, but it's hard to go on a major tour without the help of a major label. I'm talking about them tours like J. Cole. J. Cole said he averaged $5 million every time he goes on tour. That's the average he makes. $5 million a tour. So, like I said, I don't know if that's gross. Is that net? I'm not sure. And I think he meant that's net after he pays everybody. So you're talking about tours, you're talking about album covers, you're talking about press. When you talk about photo shoots, you're talking about videographers, photographers. When you're talking about setting up interviews, when you talk about going to all this stuff, yes, all this stuff is possible if a nigga is not lazy, if you have the funds, because it costs a lot of money to go on tour. You can go on tour, you can set up dates, you have a road manager, you know, want to set up these dates here, here, and here. If you buzzing and Pete and your fans want to see you, you buzzing, they see you on social media, they see you on YouTube, they see you here, you're going to be in town, you know, but that advertisement and that promotion, that it costs a lot of money. OG Bobby Billions, the artist in Mode 3, he said that Whack 100 had put up millions of dollars for that song to push. Think about that. $1 million for one single. $1 million for one single. And here's the thing. Most artists don't even get paid that much. Because like I said, all them people I just named, you have to pay them. So what Smart and Hoffa was talking about, I see both sides. Hoffa was a mediator. Smart was the guy saying everything about the industry is wicked. Ain't nobody that's in the industry good, and you can't make it big unless you're in the industry. And the other guy is saying you can make it big going independent. So to get into these spaces, Spotify, Apple, I'm talking about the large spaces. Sounds like Smarts was saying that you still have to go through these people. There's business meetings. There's meetings that have to go with these people because the whole thing is they don't want you to be influential without their control. This is why they have, especially on YouTube. Now I kind of like Spotify better. Far as like podcasting, I like Spotify better because it's way more freedom than YouTube, and I ultimately respect it because once you start, you're infringing on people's rights. First off, I feel like to a certain degree, YouTube infringes on our First Amendment right. At the same time, they don't, because all the hardcore stuff you really want to talk about, you could put it on your membership or you could put it on your Patreon. So there's a lot of stuff, they are, but then they're not. But I think this is a case by case. Are all of these social media sites and music entities controlling the message? The whole point is, Smarts was saying that all of the industry controls the message and the imagery of artists and especially black people. So if you're an independent artist, and I did hear some independent artists are getting that bag and they're not getting a lot of views, not because the stuff is not good, because they don't, YouTube and I guess Spotify and all these people, they don't want this message to get out. The industry is set up, and if it does change, it's going to change at their discretion. Meaning, like I said, the tours, the radios, the promotion, the marketing, your clothes, your jewelry, the cards, they control all that. That's all going through them. That's why when they make you and they make you blow up, you have to give all that stuff right back and then some. You don't even break even. You're homeless damn near. Because you got to pay all that stuff. Those videographers, those photographers, the road manager, the makeup artist, the hairstylist, all this stuff. That's just to glamour you up, to fix yourself up. You got to pay all that back. Now we're going to get to them royalties. The money that you made, they put so much money into your project. They're not in business to lose money. Nobody goes into business to lose money. So when they're giving when they're giving cash advances, when they're giving you all this stuff, that's coming out your future earnings. All this stuff that you see around you, ooh, this is good, champagne and all of this coming out your future earnings. They gave you that advance, in that advance, you know, you can do what you want with it, but I'll pocket some of that advance and you know, I'm buy me up some property, so if this shit do fail, they ain't gonna know about it. But they give you all this advance and the advance money, and they're gonna get you your show money. Now your show money is your money because you do gotta perform. But if you ain't doing any shows, and how many shows do you have to do until you see your money? You a slave. You on this wheel because it's ran just like every other occupation, right? Unless you smart with it. I'm just talking about the average artist who's not too business savvy. The young ones, they're coming out here and they're running it like every other corporation. Amazon makes billions of dollars. How much are they paying their people? $15, $18 an hour. Let me tell you something. Amazon doesn't even want to pay people. They ran the same. Amazon and all these big corporations ran like the music industry. They are so cheap. They're so fixated on staying in power because in order to sustain power, you need resources, money. In order to keep that money, they're all going to AI, artificial intelligence. Amazon will be busting out some robots to replace human beings. They don't get tired. They don't get sick. And you don't have to worry about these robots complaining about some goddamn retirement. You ain't got to hear no robot complain about no retirement. You don't have to hear these robots complain about they sick. They're going to work them robots to death. Now, of course, they're going to have to hire some type of technicians. But then I heard in the next few years that they will be having robots that will fix robots. Or they're going to have robots that fix themselves. They're going to take a little time out and they have a little toolbox in their stomach and they're going to repair themselves. Zip, 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 zip. They're going to build robots that can detect their own software issues. Once again, these robots will be able to detect, diagnose themselves. They will be able to troubleshoot themselves, figure out whatever software issues they have. They were able to identify the software issue and fix it, and the hardware. You know, if there's a piece of metal that's missing, they'll find their way around the Amazon warehouse. They pick up the little piece of metal, they register the metal, let the bosses know that they took it, and then zip, 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 and get your ass back to work. It's same with the music industry. Now they're going to AI, artificial voices, artificial performers, holograms. It becomes a little bit cartoonish and unrealistic. It just becomes like so crazy, like it's absolutely crazy. But the core of what Smart, Matt Hoffa, and the other guy, I don't know his name, but the guy that's putting his message out there that you can be a big artist independent, it's true, but it takes a lot of work. Cause like I said, if the industry's set, they have all the people in place. Like I said, all the radio stations, all the promotions, all the tours, they have all the vendors, the venues. They have all the merch ready for you. They have all these things ready for you. Now, you got people that's indie. They cut a distribution deal. They are not with the labels, but they are with the label. They got a distribution deal. Like they're gonna help the labels. They're just solely there just to distribute and promote, and they get a percentage off of the sales. But these deals, the artists see more of the money. Now there are some artists that are smart, and then they're gonna get a larger percent of the deal. Okay, you're gonna help me. I'm paying for the promos and the distribution. The promos is part of the distribution, so their job is to get your music out there, to get those revenues up, and in return, they get a percentage. So they're just using your platform, your music, your talent, and they say, hey, we're gonna take this and put it here into a system that's already in place. But what's different from a regular artist and these artists, say, oh, yeah, you're gonna distribute my stuff and promo. I'm gonna give you a small cut, but I'm gonna get a majority of the cut because I'm independent. I really don't need you because I'm buzzing. So we're gonna come up with a deal to where I'm still eating and you ain't gonna screw me. So some artists are in that position. So as you get older, you get smarter with money, and this is why a lot of these music industry, they are fixated on getting the youngsters. They use you up and spit you out. Now it's just a service. That's just a business. How corrupt they are. Now we're gonna get into what he was saying about these little parties. These little parties are they wild. These parties are a little nasty. These parties are unusual. These parties aren't meant for heterosexual men. These parties are just filled with weirdos. Most industry, especially in today's world, especially that type of world. And you go, oh well, you're an artist yourself. I do music on a revolutionary tip. My music is for the go-getters. My music is for people trying to figure out life. My music is for people who love music, creativity, the artwork, the bringing people together. My music is for elevation. So my stuff goes hard. I don't need, because I write my own music. I don't need no nigga telling me. I do my own videos, so I don't need nobody. With the push help, yeah, but how much money how much ass you have to give us? See, what he was talking about, you have to give up all your assets, all the money that you make. That goes right back to the label, and they want you to sign an oath. That's what they saying. Smarts was saying that they want these people to try to explain to Matt Hoffa that when you get up in them spaces, they want you to give up some mouth and some butt, because it's deeper than just robbing the artist. So it's one thing for corporations to suck you dry financially. No, they want your soul too, because they're looking for certain people that are going to. They're looking for certain people that are willing to do anything for the dollar, that are soulless, that they're willing to sell their soul. That's why you see men wearing dresses. That's why you see men kissing other men. That's why you see men pushing the gang stuff, seeing men pushing the drugs in the videos. Now, there's a lot of artists are from the streets. They come from that environment. So now, if it's authentic, it's still not bad. But if that's what the world, their mama's on drugs, they used to do drugs, it's the world that they come from. They sold drugs, they went in jail, they actually lived this lifestyle, and they used the music as a way to get out and tell their story. That's entirely different. What Smarts was saying, you got these men that come from two-parent homes that, for whatever reason, they just infatuated with being a rapper, and they'll do anything to achieve that dream. The key word, anything to achieve this dream. And once the music labels find out that you one of them niggas that is willing to do anything, that's who they want. Oh, you really do anything for this record label? You really do anything to get your music out there? You really do anything to be famous? How about give us your soul so we can control you forever? That's what they want. It's all about that forever. They want to control you forever, or control you at least for a little while. And let's say they have intentions for using your soul to push your agenda for the next 5 years. They are going to make you the biggest superstar so you can influence. It's all about influence. There's like these female artists showing little girls okay to thot it up, showing these little girls it's okay to sleep with hundreds and hundreds of men and get money out of them. What they don't tell you is that how many girls got killed doing that, getting a guy hopes up, flirting with him, doing this and doing that, and getting his hopes up, playing with their emotion. They got killed. What they don't say is potentially being a single mother and nobody's there to help her, because now she got a reputation of being a hoe and nobody wants nothing to do with her. All because she was influenced by Meg Thee Stallion and all these other artists. They pushing an agenda where girls over sexualized. Nothing wrong with being, in my personal opinion, nothing wrong with men and women showing a little skin, being sexy and being confident, because that's why we work so hard to pay our damn dental bill, so our teeth can look good. That's why we pay our health insurance, so we can be healthy. That's why we work out, to shape our body into the best body we can. So there's nothing wrong with flaunting, the body here and there, but to overly sexualize, telling girls they're pushing lesbianism, bisexualism, letting girls just let a whole bunch of guys run up in them, letting girls kiss them. I mean, they introduce them to a world that has no limit. They don't tell them about, like I said, girls getting killed. They don't tell them about how these girls end up being single mothers, 3 and 4 and 5 kids, because now she's being introduced to this spirit, and this spirit has a hold of her. She can't keep her legs closed. She can't keep her legs closed. And now she came from that lifestyle. All this guy, the lifestyle came, especially she's a pretty girl. Oh, guys, just give me stuff. I ain't gonna get this up. All I gotta do is sleep with him, and she horny anyway. I mean, she just being ran through. She got kids she can't afford. She's by herself. Like I said, some girls get killed, and they don't talk about the spiritual, mental, and emotional trauma that comes along with all that stuff. Oh yeah, it's nasty in these streets. Smarts is trying to tell the people in Math Hoffa's podcast what's going on. What you have to give up: your soul, your dignity, your vision of yourself, your identity. You have to give up everything. And so that's why you're like, damn, how is this person? This person is absolutely trash, but they're so big, you know? It's so crazy. Everybody talking about Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish's album, before she got into the music industry and after, like, why? I mean, her voice is a beautiful voice. Why did I have to put that satanic thing on it? I mean, how did that album cover? What's the relation to her music? I didn't see what was the correlation, what was the relation, what was the relativity to her music. They got her levitating off the bed and her eyes look like she's being possessed. They said she sold her soul. Sold her soul. That's why in the song Billie Eilish, this is what Smarts was trying to tell Matt Hoffa and them boys. I got that song, Everything I Wanted. And she didn't sound sad. I mean, she didn't sound happy. She said, I got everything I wanted. And she looked, and the song is a very catchy. I love that song. But she didn't sound happy. Well, how you going to be happy if you don't know who you are anymore? How you going to be happy if your identity's gone? How you going to be happy when you're forced to compromise everything that you do? You can't stand on anything. How can you be happy when you don't, like I said, you're lost? Everything that you ever wanted, you got. You got the fame, you got the tour, at the expense of your soul, at the expense of your own. You can't even think for yourself. You got people that think for you. I'm just talking about, maybe you have an idea for an album. They said, no, we got everything in place. We have everything in place. Don't worry about it. We'll think for you. What's even worse for the people, say, I write my own music. What about the people who don't even write their own music? Oh my God. They don't even write their own music. This was Smarts trying to tell the guy who's saying you can be a mega star, independent. Mega star, but a successful artist, hell yeah, I believe that too. They both made compelling arguments, but Smarts is saying you're going to have to give up everything. He's seen it. He said some dudes were R-worded. After they drugged them up, they were R-worded, just like P. Diddy was R-worded and drugging up Cassie. They were doing that to grown men. And they said they videotaped it. These people sick. Talking about these parties. And he said when you went up in there, he's like, hey man, what's going on? First they said it's a test. They trying to test you to see what you're going to go for. And if you one of them niggas like Smarts and myself that's bucking, that's always on guard, like, nah, nigga, we ain't going for that. Nope. Don't play with me. I ain't going for the foolishness. But a lot of people going to the foolishness at them parties. It's not just a party. Any old party is rituals and stuff and blood sacrifice. All this kinds of stuff is going on because they want your soul. They said, Smart said they have drugged this man, pulled his pants down, and did unholy things with him, and then videotaped it. So when it was time to sign the deal, they said, well, we got this on tape. We got this on tape that after a few shots of tequila, you get a little freaky, you get a little nasty. So here's what, we'll hold on to this tape. We won't release this. We won't release this tape, but you gotta do something for us. We'll make your dream come true. But you just gotta play by our rules. That's all you gotta do. And we won't show this tape. When I saw this interview, I almost jumped out my skin. I almost jumped out my black ass skin. I couldn't believe what I was hearing on these streets. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing in these streets. Music. What happened to music? I love music. Music. I'm about to write me some songs today. Music. I mean, what would the world be without music, y'all? What's going on today? What's going on? Um, Music is everything to me. Music, that's why in the intro, music over everything. Music, the sound, the creativity, how a song grabs you, gets you motivated, or make you sad, or make you think, or put that song on replay because at that moment in time, this is the only song that you feel is relatable. This is the only song that really understands you, understands your specific situation. This is the only song that understands. So this is crazy. This world, it makes you, when you hear these type of things go on, it makes you so sad, the type of world we live in. And Matt Hoffa was right. It's all industries. Like I said, Amazon is a example. Walmart, they just do God's people bad. They just do us bad. That's why I said I had to figure out a way to never live like that again. Like I said, my music for the people who's trying to get out the mud. My people's especially for the men who see themselves in a different spectrum. It's all about that fight. It's all about getting out, struggling. And it was crazy. He said, you ain't supposed to be struggling for that long. You supposed to be, go through a little hard time. And my whole life has been like this. So this is all, the struggle is all I know. The frustration is all I know. The stress is all I know. So music was my way out. Entertainment was my way out. Becoming an entrepreneur was my way out. Business minded, employing people, coming up with different concepts, and selling merch was my way out. Uploading all this wonderful content was my way out. Branding myself, that was the way out. I had to get there was no choice. Educating myself was the way out. That's why I do music. I do it because I love you. Y'all flood my comments. What do y'all think? If y'all haven't seen it, it's Smarts and Matt Hoffa talk Illuminati. You'll see it. I'm trying to leave a link, but if not, that's the video. Smarts and Matt Hoffa Illuminati parties. That's the video. But y'all flood my comments. What do y'all think about Smarts saying the only way you get famous is if you go through these satanic, unusual rituals behind the scenes, selling your soul? That's the only way you're gonna make it to that level. 250 capital G Rooted in Music TV podcast, baby. I'm gone.